Welcome back to Podcast and Chill on the Learn English podcast. It's your favorite host duo, Leo and Gwen. Hey Gwen, have you noticed this word, brain rot, showing up everywhere lately?
Yes, it's been trending a lot recently. So, Leo, are you curious about what it actually means?
Of course, I mean brain rot. It sounds like a horror movie title.
It does. But in reality, it's something many people face every day, especially with the way we live now.
So you're saying my brain could be rotting? That's pretty disturbing, Gwen.
Well, it's not literal, Leo. Brain rot refers to the decline in your brain's performance due to bad habits like lack of sleep or social media overload.
Oh, so it's more like when I can't concentrate after binge watching videos all night.
Exactly. And it's a topic a lot of people, especially from different generations, are really interested in these days.
So, Gwen, do you think people realize when their brains are getting overloaded like that?
Great question, Leo. Let me ask you and our listeners, have you ever found yourself endlessly scrolling on social media with no focus?
Oh, I've definitely been there.
And how about this? Have you ever struggled to remember simple things like where you put your keys after a night of poor sleep?
All the time. Sometimes I feel like my brain just checks out.
Well, that's exactly why we're diving into today's topic. Brain rot. What it is, why it happens, and most importantly, how to prevent it.
So, stick around and listen to our conversation to explore some fascinating insights about how your brain works.
And don't forget to check the PDF in the description for more tips and vocabulary.
So, Gwen, let's get serious. What exactly is brain rot?
Well, Leo, it's not as scary as it sounds, though it can have a big impact on your life.
All right, you've got my attention. What does it do to you?
Brain rot refers to a gradual decline in brain function. You might notice things like losing focus, forgetting small details, or having trouble organizing your thoughts.
That sounds like me every Monday morning.
But seriously, common causes include excessive social media use, too much negative information, or even lack of sleep.
Okay, so if I scroll TikTok all night, I'm basically frying my brain?
Pretty much. In fact, research from the University of California, Irvine shows that frequent digital interruptions can reduce productivity by up to 40%.
Wow, that's a lot. But does social media affect focus in other ways too?
Definitely. A study by Microsoft found that since the rise of social media and smartphones, the average attention span has dropped from 12 seconds to just 8 seconds.
8 seconds? That's shorter than a goldfish's attention span.
Exactly. Your brain becomes overwhelmed when it processes too much information at once. This overload can impair your ability to concentrate and remember details.
No wonder I can't finish a book anymore. So, let me guess. Limiting screen time is a solution, right?
That's one part of it. Experts from the National Institutes of Health recommend digital detoxes, where you take regular breaks from screens to reset your focus.
So how do we fix it? Should I just delete all my apps?
That's a bit extreme. Try a digital detox day once a week. No phones, no social media.
Okay. Maybe I'll survive without memes for one day.
Another cause of brain rot is a lack of mental stimulation.
So doing the same boring stuff every day makes your brain lazy?
Exactly. When your brain isn't challenged, it starts to lose its sharpness.
Okay, so what can I do to keep my brain active?
Try learning a new skill. It could be as simple as solving puzzles, reading new books, or even taking up a hobby.
Maybe I'll finally learn how to play the guitar.
That's a great idea. Another thing to watch out for is poor lifestyle choices.
This doesn't sound good.
Things like not getting enough sleep, poor diet, or lack of exercise can really mess with your brain's performance.
Guilty. I stayed up until 2 a.m. last night eating pizza.
Well, no wonder you're feeling sluggish today.
So, better sleep, better food, and more exercise. Got it.
Exactly. Your brain is like a high-performance machine. It needs the right fuel to run well.
Okay, digital detoxes sound helpful. But what about mental stimulation? You mentioned something about that earlier.
Right. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that activities like learning a new skill, solving puzzles, or reading regularly can strengthen neural connections.
So it's like giving your brain a workout?
Exactly. It's called neuroplasticity. Your brain can adapt and grow, but only if you challenge it regularly.
So maybe I should take up a hobby like playing chess or learning a new language.
Great idea. In fact, another study by the University of Edinburgh found that bilingual individuals tend to have better memory and cognitive flexibility as they age.
Wow, that's a good reason to brush up on my Spanish.
Definitely. Now, what about your sleep habits, Leo? Are you getting a solid 7 to 8 hours a night?
Maybe closer to 5 or 6 hours. Does that really make a difference?
Absolutely. Lack of sleep can impair your brain's ability to form and retain memories. A study by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine found that sleep deprivation reduces learning efficiency by 40%.
Yikes. Okay, I really need to work on my sleep schedule.
That's a smart move. Good sleep, regular exercise, and mental stimulation. These are the foundations for a healthy brain.
Okay, Gwen, now it's time to learn some vocabulary from our chat.
Sure thing, Leo. Let's kick it off with the first phrase, neuroplasticity.
That's a fancy word. What does it mean exactly?
Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to adapt and create new connections.
So, it's like when you learn a new language, your brain builds new pathways?
Exactly. All right, here's the next one. Digital detox.
Digital detox? That sounds like taking a break from screens, right?
You've got it. It helps refresh your mind by reducing exposure to information overload.
All right, moving on. The next phrase is mental stimulation.
That's when you challenge your brain with activities like puzzles or learning new skills.
So it's like a mental workout.
You've got it. Here's a crucial one. Sleep deprivation.
Lack of sleep, right? And it messes with your memory and energy levels.
Exactly. Finally, we have brain rot, our topic for today.
That's when your brain feels slow and foggy because of unhealthy habits. Now, here's a question for you all listening. Have you ever experienced brain rot? What habits do you think caused it?
Great question, Leo. I'd also like to know, what's one small habit you've tried that helped refresh your mind?
I think starting the day with movement really helps me. What about you, Gwen?
For me, planning ahead on Sundays always reduces stress on Mondays.
All right, listeners, share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your experiences and advice. All right, Gwen, we've covered a lot about brain rot, but there's something we haven't touched on yet. How our thoughts play a role in all this.
You're right. People often blame social media or lack of sleep, but they forget that negative thinking is just as harmful.
So if I spend my days thinking, I'll never be a millionaire, am I basically dooming myself to a life without a private yacht?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But research from Dr. Barbara Fredrickson shows that negative thought patterns reduce cognitive flexibility and creativity.
Great. So not only am I broke, but I'm also making my brain worse. Fantastic.
That's why it's important to shift your mindset. Studies show that practicing gratitude can actually rewire your brain to be more positive.
So if I start writing, I'm grateful for pizza, every day my brain will be happier?
That's not exactly the point, but yes, gratitude helps. Neuroscientist Dr. Rick Hansen explains that focusing on positive experiences strengthens neural pathways, making optimism more automatic.
So basically, our thoughts shape our brains. What about multitasking? I mean, I can text, watch TV, and eat pizza at the same time. That's talent, right?
Actually, no. A study from Stanford University found that chronic multitaskers struggle with memory retention and have weaker attention spans.
So, you're telling me my ability to scroll through social media while pretending to work is not a superpower?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Instead of multitasking, try the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. It's scientifically proven to boost productivity.
So, focused work, then snack break? I like it. But what if someone already feels like their brain is fried, like they've hit rock bottom?
then it's time to take back control. Dr. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford, suggests structured work-rest schedules, meditation, and deep breathing to restore brain function.
Meditation, huh? Does staring at my ceiling at 2 a.m. count? Because I do that a lot.
Not quite. Meditation means actively calming your mind, not worrying about why you sent that awkward text 3 years ago.
Okay, so structured work, gratitude, and controlled rest. What else?
Use your free time wisely. Instead of endless scrolling, try learning something new or being creative. It keeps your brain sharp.
So, watching cooking videos at 3 a.m. counts as learning, right?
If you actually cook the meal the next day, then yes. Otherwise, not really.
Got it. So, brain rot isn't just about what we consume, but how we use our brains. Small habits, big changes.
Exactly. Your brain is your most valuable asset. Take care of it.
So, if you're listening and thinking, maybe my brain needs a reset, now's the time to take action.
And remember, small steps lead to big results. Start with one habit today.
All right, Gwen, we've covered a lot about brain rot and how to fight it. Let's take a second to break down some key phrases from our conversation.
Good idea. Here's the first one. Cognitive flexibility. It refers to your brain's ability to switch between different thoughts or adapt to new situations.
So basically, if I go from thinking about work to wondering what's for dinner, that's cognitive flexibility, right?
Not quite. It's more about solving problems or adjusting to unexpected changes like handling a last-minute deadline.
Got it. Next up, neural pathways. These are like highways in your brain that carry information. The more you repeat a thought or action, the stronger the pathway becomes.
Exactly. That's why positive habits like gratitude or deep focus help build stronger, healthier pathways.
Speaking of focus, our third phrase is mental clutter. It's when your brain feels overloaded with too much information, making it hard to concentrate.
That's why constantly checking social media can make you feel drained. Too much input, not enough processing time.
So, step 1 to clearing mental clutter. Stop scrolling through cat videos at 2 a.m.
Exactly. Moving on, our fourth phrase, executive function. It refers to the brain's ability to plan, focus, and manage tasks effectively.
Oh, so if I forget to answer emails but remember my pizza order, that means my executive function is selective?
More like imbalanced. The key to improving it? Set small, clear goals and take breaks to reset your focus.
Gotcha. Last phrase, neuroplasticity. This is your brain's ability to change and adapt over time. The more you challenge it, the stronger it becomes.
Right. That's why learning new skills or changing habits can literally rewire your brain.
Now, let's get into some discussion questions. Here's the first one. Have you ever experienced mental clutter? How did you deal with it? I'd say taking short breaks helps. What do you think, Gwen?
I agree. I also find that journaling helps me organize my thoughts. Writing things down makes them feel more manageable.
Great tip. Here's another question for you guys. If you could improve one habit to boost your brain health, what would it be?
Personally, I'd work on reducing my screen time before bed. What about you, Leo?
I'd probably start reading more, maybe swap out my late-night memes for an actual book.
That's a solid choice. And for all of you listening, what about you? Let us know in the comments.
All right, that's a wrap for today's episode. We've covered a lot about brain rot, what causes it, how it affects us, and most importantly, how to fight back.
And hopefully, after this episode, your brain feels a little sharper, not mushier.
Yeah, and if you still feel like your brain is melting, well, maybe it's time to take a break from social media. Just saying.
If you want to review everything we talked about today, don't forget to check out the free PDF summary in the description or pinned comment below.
And if you found this episode helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you won't miss our next one.
Speaking of which, our next episode is going to be a fun one, so stay tuned.
Can we at least get a hint, Gwen?
Nope, no spoilers. But trust me, you won't want to miss it.
All right, guess we'll all just have to wait. But until then, take care of your brain, stay sharp, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
See you soon. Hi everyone, I'm Leo, your fun guy.
And I'm Gwen, here to keep Leo in check.
All right, real talk. Have you ever listened to native speakers and thought, what on earth are they saying?
I know that feeling. 1 second, it's all, how are you? And the next, it's just a blur of sounds that make no sense.
That's because native speakers don't just speak fast.
They connect words, use weird expressions, and squish sounds together like a sandwich.
That's so frustrating, right? But no worries because we're here to help you tackle that problem.
How do we do that, Leo?
Easy. If you want to understand natives, you've got to start sounding like them.
I know that sounds exciting and a little scary, but the 7 tips we're about to share will make it a breeze.
And by the end, you'll be chatting like a pro.
Are you ready? Let's do this.
So, what's the first tip we've got?
The first thing you can do to understand native speakers is master connected speech.
Connected speech? What's that?
It's just how we naturally talk in real-life conversations.
Can you break it down for me?
Sure. Try saying, "Let me see" slowly.
Let me see.
Perfect. Now say it faster.
Let me see.
There you go. See how the sounds blend together? That's connected speech.
I get it. But why do we change the sounds?
It's actually easier to say words when they flow together naturally.
Makes sense. Got another example?
Sure. Take "What do you think?" When you say it fast, it turns into "What do you think?" Sounds smoother, right?
It really does.
Exactly. Nobody walks around saying, "I have to go."
Yeah, you'll hear I gotta go instead.
Native speakers don't have time to pronounce every single word perfectly.
So, how do you get better at this?
The best way is to shadow real-life conversations.
Shadowing. That's when you repeat what you hear, right?
Yep, and there are a few tricks to do it well.
Oh, I'm all ears.
First, pick something with clear and natural speech, like a podcast, a YouTube video, or even a TV show.
Got it. So, what do you do next?
Listen to a short sentence, pause, and then try to say it exactly the same way. Match the speed, rhythm, and even the tone.
Oh, like copying the way they say it?
Exactly. And if you want to take it up a notch, try speaking along with the audio at the same time as the speaker.
That sounds tricky.
It is at first, but it really helps train your mouth to move like a native speaker's.
That makes sense. Do I need to understand every word, though?
Not at first. Focus on how it sounds more than what it means. Understanding will come naturally over time.
So basically, listen, copy, and keep practicing?
Yep. Stick with it, and soon enough you'll sound way more natural.
All right, I'm sold. What's next?
If you want to sound like a native, you've got to throw in some idioms here and there.
I bet some of our listeners are scratching their heads right now. What exactly are idioms?
Idioms are those funny little phrases that don't mean what they actually say.
Yeah, like if someone says, it's a piece of cake, they're not handing you dessert. They just mean it's super easy.
Or if they tell you to spill the beans, they don't want you to ruin dinner.
Nope, they just want you to let a secret slip.
So, why do idioms matter?
Well, native speakers use them all the time to make conversations more fun and expressive.
Exactly. If you don't know them, keeping up with conversations can feel like putting together a puzzle with missing pieces.
Plus, idioms are tied to culture. Many come from history, stories, or just everyday life.
Like hit the sack for going to sleep, probably from when people actually slept on sacks of hay.
So picking up idioms helps you get a better feel for the culture too.
Sounds like a win-win, right?
Totally. And the best way to get the hang of idioms? Learn 1 or 2 a day and work them into your convos.
There are so many idioms you can slip into daily conversations. Take break the ice, for example.
That doesn't mean literally smashing ice, right?
Nope. It just means starting up a conversation. Great for making new friends.
So, if you want to step up your English, start throwing idioms into your chats.
Try sneaking one into a conversation today and see how it goes.
What else can we do to chat with native speakers like a pro?
Let's talk slang.
Oh yeah, slang is that informal language native speakers throw around all the time.
You won't find most of it in textbooks, but you'll definitely hear it everywhere.
In fact, I bet you've come across it plenty of times already, like chill for relax or cool for awesome.
We've probably dropped those words 1,000 times in our podcast.
No doubt, because slang just makes conversations sound way more natural and laid back.
And just like idioms, slang doesn't always make sense.
Oh, for sure. Sometimes I'll say, that's sick, which, by the way, has nothing to do with being sick. It just means, that's awesome.
Another thing is slang is always changing. So if you want to keep up, you've got to stay on top of the latest trends.
And where better to do that than reality shows and TikTok videos?
So true. I literally just picked up the slang 8 last month on TikTok.
8? You mean like the past tense of eat?
Nope, it means you slay.
Hey, you just use another slang. Slay means someone does something so well, no one else can compete.
See? Language keeps evolving.
But that's what makes it fun, right?
I couldn't agree more.
All right, what else can we do to communicate better in English?
If you want to sound like a native, it's not just what you say, but how you say it.
So, what's the tip?
Here's a game changer, intonation. It's how we change our pitch when we speak.
Like when we ask a question, our voice usually goes up at the end?
Yep, that thing that makes people sound alive instead of like robots.
Sure, they play around with their tone to show meaning and emotion.
It's what makes really sound excited or sarcastic depending on how you say it.
And if you mess it up, people might get the wrong idea.
There's actually research on this. A study called Intonation as an Interface Between Language and Affect found that intonation helps express both emotions and meaning.
Oh, tell me more.
Basically, people rely on pitch changes to figure out how someone really feels.
That's why getting the hang of intonation is so important. So, how do we practice it?
Best way? Listen to native speakers and mimic how they talk.
So, just shadow what you hear, right?
Yeah. Watch movies, repeat after them, but this time, really focus on the intonation. Pay attention to how their voice goes up or down.
So you guys keep at it, and you'll master the art of intonation in no time.
The next secret to sounding more natural? Collocations.
Ooh, fancy word.
It just means words that naturally go together.
She's right. In English, some words are basically besties. Like, we say make a mistake, not do a mistake.
And before you ask why? Well, native speakers don't even think about it. These word pairs just click.
So if I say make a mistake instead of take a break, will people still understand me?
Using the wrong collocation won't confuse people, but it will sound off.
So if you want to sound natural, don't just memorize words. Learn which words stick together.
Correct.
All right, what's the best way to pick up collocations?
Read, listen, and pay attention to how words are used together.
Sounds simple enough.
Instead of overthinking every word, just remember common phrases.
And work them into your conversations.
You got it.
So, should we take a break now?
Nice try, but there are still 2 more tips to go.
Hey, worth a shot.
The next tip is contractions.
Yeah, another proof that native speakers are kinda lazy.
Well, who am I to blame? If you spell everything out, it wastes time and you sound too formal. Like, I cannot believe it. You are the best. No one talks like that.
Of course, nope. We'd say, I can't believe it, you're the best. Sounds way more natural.
Without contractions, speech sounds choppy and unnatural like a robot.
And makes you come off as serious too.
So guys, keep in mind that contractions make speech flow better.
That's why native speakers use them all the time.
So listeners, if you're not using contractions yet, start small. Instead of do not, say don't. Instead of I am, say I'm.
I'm going to the store later.
Really? Can you grab me some milk?
No, I'm just making an example.
Oh, my bad.
So, my dears, this is a challenge for today. Try speaking with contractions all day.
Bet it'll make your English sound way more natural.
All right, what's our final tip for today?
Super simple. If you want to get better at speaking, you gotta practice real-life situations.
What do you mean?
Like ordering food, asking for directions, making small talk. All the everyday stuff.
Ah, I get it. Most people focus too much on grammar.
Exactly. And that's why they freeze up in real conversations.
Don't get me wrong, grammar helps, but nothing beats real practice.
Picture this. You walk into a cafe. What do you say?
One coffee?
Not bad, but a more natural way would be, "Can I get a coffee, please?"
Oh, that flows better.
Yep. And the more you practice, the more natural it feels.
So we should imagine ourselves in real situations and say the words out loud? Like role-playing?
Pretty much. Talk to yourself, practice with a friend, just keep speaking.
All right, folks, what are you waiting for?
What's going to be your first roleplay scenario? Let's break down some key vocabulary we've talked about today. First, break something down. It means to divide something into smaller, more understandable parts. For example, let's break the project down into smaller tasks to make it easier to manage.
Be sold on something. It means to be convinced or really like an idea. For example, I wasn't sure about the new restaurant at first, but after trying the food, I'm sold.
Let something slip. It means to accidentally reveal a secret or information. For example, she let it slip that there's going to be a surprise party for Jake.
Get the hang of something. It means to learn how to do something well. For example, it took me a few tries, but I finally got the hang of using this new app.
Come across something. It means to find something unexpectedly. For example, I came across an interesting article while browsing the web.
Mess something up. It means to make a mistake or ruin something. For example, I accidentally deleted the file and messed up the whole project.
Keep at something. It means to continue doing something, even if it's difficult. For example, learning a new language is hard, but if you keep at it, you'll improve.
Pick up something. It means to learn something new, usually by practicing or experiencing it. For example, I picked up a few Spanish phrases while traveling in Mexico.
Work something into something. It means to add or include something into a situation or plan. For example, I'll try to work more exercise into my daily routine.
Finally, come off as. It means to seem or appear in a certain way to others. For example, she comes off as confident, but she's actually really shy.
Now let's discuss 2 questions about our topic. First question is, why do native speakers use idioms so often?
Because idioms make conversations more fun and expressive, and they're a big part of the culture.
Exactly. The second question is, what's a good way to learn slang and stay up to date with it?
Watching reality shows and TikTok videos. Slang keeps changing, so you have to hear it in real life.
Why is intonation important in English?
Because it helps express meaning and emotions, so people don't misunderstand you.
That's right. Next question. What's an easy way to learn common collocations?
Read and listen to native speakers, then notice which words often go together.
Great answers. Now, let's hear from you guys.
Drop your answers in the comments. All right, let's wrap things up with a quick review before we go.
Today we went over connected speech, idioms, slang, intonation, collocations, contractions, and real-life practice.
That's a lot, but don't freak out. Just pick one and give it a try.
Yep, small steps add up to big progress.
So next time you speak English, drop a contraction or slip in an idiom.
And most importantly, keep at it. The more you practice, the more natural you'll sound.
What are your tips?
Hit us up in the comments below.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm Leo.
And I'm Gwen.
This is Podcast and Chill. Keep going, and we'll catch you in the next episode.